Oh my God, who would not want to have fresh bread right now, you guys? It tastes so delicious, and I cannot wait to show you guys how to make this. Hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, you guys, we are making a simple bread called Plait bread. It is a Guyanese bread. It's one of the first breads I've ever made before when I started baking. It's very simple, it's easy, and it's very tasty. If you are new here, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe, you guys. I do appreciate it. So we're going to start off with lukewarm water, a cup and 1/4, 1/4, warm water. We're going to put in 1/4 cup of brown sugar. You can use white sugar. I'm just using what I have on hand. Mix that up. And now we are going to put yeast. We're going to do 2 teaspoons of yeast, 2 teaspoons and 1/4 teaspoon. I will have all the ingredients in this description box for you guys, so don't you worry. So this is exactly how our yeast is going to look now, a yeast mixture. So the sugar definitely helped the yeast. Now we are going to go ahead and put our flour in. This is about 3.5 cups. Put our flour in. And then we're going to put a teaspoon of salt. Put our salt. Such a simple bread, you guys. I absolutely love this bread. This was my first bread, like I said, I've ever made. And now we're putting melted butter. This is the first bread I've ever made, you guys, as a beginner baker years ago, maybe 8-9 years ago. And I love this recipe since my family loves it. It's easy. It's such a great beginner's recipe. Let me get a spatula. And we're going to go ahead and just mix this. You can use a mixer for this to get the dough together, but I'm actually going to do this by hand because it's very therapeutic, and I absolutely love using my hands to just knead dough sometimes. You know, it's no rush if you're not in a rush. You mix this up with your hands, you're going to see how therapeutic this is. It keeps me so calm. All right, so now I'm going to go in with my hands in a bit. It's a shaggy dough right now. Simple ingredients. I'm going to mix this up. We're going to use our palm right here, and we're going to knead our dough. We're going to be here for a little while, but that's okay. It's so delicious, especially coming straight out of the oven, you guys. Oh my God. You put some butter on that or some jam. I'm telling you, it's so good. Now, if the dough is a little dry, just put a little water in your hands or oil and just continue to knead the dough. So I'm done kneading my dough here. I am going to put a little bit of oil on top to make sure that the top will not get crusty or too dry. Now that I put the oil on top of the bread dough, we're going to let this rest for over an hour and a half. Okay, so our dough has risen. Go ahead and punch it. And we're going to go ahead and knead this for a few minutes. Nice and soft. I'm going to go ahead and clean down my counter because we're going to braid our bread in a bit. This is our dough. And we're going to cut it to 3 loaves. I have a bread scraper. So I'm going to cut it in 3s. I'm going to show you exactly what to do next. So we're going to go ahead and just use our 2 hands and roll it out to about 14 inches. I'm in the last log right now. Okay, so I'm going to put my logs like this into 3. And we're going to braid the middle first. It comes out way better when you do it that way. Hold it over. Fold it over. And we're gonna go ahead and pinch it right here. Tuck it under and pinch. Flip it over. And we're gonna braid underneath like this. And I'm going to pinch it as well. And that's it. What a pretty braid, you guys. All right, let's transfer that right here on our pan. And we're gonna let it rise. Let it rise. I'm gonna put a paper towel on top of it, a damp paper towel, and we're just gonna let it rise on top of the oven. All right, our bread has risen beautifully, and we're gonna put in the oven. I'm gonna put some butter on top of this so it can have a nice shine. All right, let's put it in the oven. So I'm so sorry about the lighting. So our homemade fresh beginner bread is finally done. It's come out the oven and now I am just brushing some butter on top. It's totally optional, but I love to put it because it gives it a nice shine. And yes, you guys, we finally made it to the end. You guys have to try this bread. I'm just cutting it. My son was like, Mommy, I want a piece of bread. I want a piece of bread. So I cut it so I can give him a piece and to show you guys how it looks on the inside. It's a perfect recipe for anybody that's a beginner. As I said throughout this video, I hope you guys do enjoy this video. Put some butter on it, put some jam, cheese, whatever is your thing, you guys, and enjoy this homemade bread and share with people. I guarantee that they will ask you to make them a loaf. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you for spending some time with me in my kitchen. Go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't, and see you soon.